Cincinnati. We got a lot of ball games coming up, and we need someone to go out there and give us some length and give us a chance to win.
He comes from great pedigree out of Woodstock High School that's produced big leaguers like Nick Markakis. He was ACC Pitcher of the Year at North Carolina, was a third-round pick when he first cracked pro ball. And if you stick to it, the drive to thrive after a couple of years in indie ball, he is back in the bigs trying to give the Reds a chance to win today.
Isn't it amazing, John, how we've seen so many different pitchers, players come up through our organization with much different paths on how to get here. The fact is that they are here.
A lot of ways to get there. This is the games he has thrown in the minors and the majors, the Atlantic League, the Dominican Winter League, and the Mexican Independent League. Whatever gets you there, there you are.
Yes, indeed.
So the lefty gets the ball today. The Cardinal lineup, St. Louis has won 4 straight series at the Yankees, against the Rockies, Phillies, and at the Cubs. J.J. Weatherholt gets his first day off since August 2nd. He's their normal leadoff man. He's a lefty. Rookie Joshua Baez will get the nod instead for his 3rd game. All-Stars back-to-back in Herrera and Walker. Burleson is a problem. Fermin has killed the Reds. Mason Wynn is in a major funk, but a dynamite defender. Blaze Jordan has massive power. Everson Pereira joined the team just a couple of weeks ago, waiver claim from the White Sox, and Pedro Pages contains the run game rather well. And right out the gate, it's Joshua Baez, so the veteran getting his first chance in a while against the young pup who made baseball history in a spectacular Saturday debut.
3 home runs in his major league debut. Amazing.
First pitch is fouled back, strike 1. Now that said, while Baez blasted 3 homers in his first 3 ABs, including the first pitch that he saw, yesterday 0 for 5 3 Ks. He says it got him, it did, he's aboard. So the AAA leader in home runs is an early base runner, and it brings up the All-Star Ivan Herrera. Herrera's been hot, hits in 9 of 11, 333 in that time. No man in the majors has been hit by pitch more often than Herrera. 27 times he's been hit this year. Strike 1. The Reds have dropped back-to-back games, 6 of 9. They did take 2 of 3 in St. Louis when these teams last met in late July. Check swing. No go on appeal. Baez held on by Stewart. And a borderline miss. Came very close to clipping that zone. Herrera asks for time. He has been excellent with 2 strikes. No Cardinal has more hits this year with 2 strikes than Herrera's 55. He's only seen 1 fastball, a slider, a couple of changes, and another changeup smothered by Stevenson. Now Baez made most of his noise with his homers. He is a base stealer. Had 21 at AAA, only caught 3 times. And a walk.
Well, you can see exactly what Kent Emanuel is trying to do. Just has not been able to dot that inside corner with the fastball. Because he's not a high velocity guy, he can't live out over the plate. So it looks like just a conscious effort to try to get inside the power of these Cardinal hitters. Has not really been able to command it yet.
Jordan Walker Soft strike again in. Walker's had a massive breakout year, an all-star, the home run derby champ. He's on pace to become the first Cardinal with 100 ribbies in 12 years. Swung through 0-2. And he has killed the Reds this season. Reds had pitched him great his whole career until this year. 361. 8 of his 13 hits have gone for extra bases against the Reds. What's different about Walker?
Confidence. Confidence. I think he's standing up a little bit taller, but I think you do that when you're confident.
It felt like Walker was regularly shuttling between the bigs and AAA. Had deficiencies defensively as well when he first broke in. He is a far more complete player today. So the Cardinals' best masher, best run producer, with 2 men on and nobody out. A little early, golfs that one foul. Struck him out, soft away.
There you have it. Throw enough pitches close enough to the strike zone, and then with 2 strikes. Ever so tempting.
Elevated miss to Alec Burleson. Career high 21 home runs this year. 6 have come in his last 12 games. The Reds have struggled significantly with men in scoring position as a team. Their outlier is Sal Stewart, who leads them in RBIs. Burleson is the best for the Cardinals. He is hitting .353 with men in scoring position. Left on left, a 2-1 count. Lead runner goes, and the pitch fought foul. Stevenson erupted from his crouch, eyeing Baez sprinting for third. Baez last year, his breakout year in the minors, had 54 stolen bases. He's more than a home run hitter. 2-2. Cracked into right field trouble. Easy green light for Baez. Herrera given the wave as well. Just now gathered by Marte. An issue getting the ball in. That's a 2-run thunder double left on left by Burleson. Reds are down 2-0.
Well, we talked about game planning and not allowing Burleson to beat you, and this is exactly why. Tough to pitch around him with runners on base. One via the walk and one hit by pitch. So you got to go after him.
.21 knocked in on the month. A hop on a strike to Jose Fermin, who has clocked the Reds .321. One of his biggest moments of the year was a May doubleheader against the Reds. It was on May the 23rd. Came off the bench, delivered a pinch hit homer off Tony Santillan at what turned out to be a 1-run game. 2-1. Two. Fastball's up a bit for Emmanuel to about 90.5. That is hot shot handled by Hayes. Backhanded third. Nice job.
Well, this ball was smoked to key Brian Hayes, but talk about calm under pressure. My word. Outstanding hands, balance. Never seems to be in a rush. Wow.
An internal clock in big moments at third base. Now Mason Wynn. First pitch fouled away. Wynn trying to snap it 0 for 15. While his contact has plummeted of late. He's done well head-to-head against the Reds. That's a familiar refrain with a lot of these Cardinals. He has more ribbies, more doubles off Reds pitching than any other opponent. And Emmanuel continues to try to pitch in against these righties. And if you're going to miss, way better off missing in.
You're absolutely right.
Well located changeup. Well, the first two men got aboard without a hit. They've both come home. And can Emmanuel leave it there?
Good pitch.
Backdoor breaking ball, strike 3.
Throw enough pitches on the inside part of the plate. It opens up the outside, and here you go. Strike 3.
How sweet is this with Ellie De La Cruz standing in, cruising for a Reds win on my birthday. Happy birthday. Welcome to the ballpark. See if the Reds and Ellie can oblige. De La Cruz batting strong side right. Strike 1. Reds taking on Quinn Matthews' second career big league outing.
Call him a crafty lefty. Fastball sits about 94 miles an hour. He's got a slider, changeup, curveball, and a sinker to go along with that four-seam fastball.
Went 5+ in that debut. Did deal with a lot of base runners. He racks up strikeouts in the minors. He does issue a lot of walks as well. 3-1. This year at AAA, 5.5 walks per 9. That's absurdly high. But a couple of years ago, he was the National Minor League Pitcher of the Year per Baseball America when he led the minors with over 200 strikeouts. There goes the bat for De La Cruz. It's one of 2 seasons of any minor leaguer striking out 200+. Going back to 2011, the other was Brandon Pfaadt, who has area ties out of Bellarmine, up in the bigs with the Diamondbacks. That year he struck out nearly 13 per 9 as a starter. That's electric.
Good, yeah.
Payoff pitch. Struck him out. The Reds 9 from St. Elizabeth Healthcare with the lefty starting. J.J. Bleday gets his first day off since July 29th. Sal Stewart, Tyler Stevenson bumps up to 3. Suarez, Myers, Tolia gets a nod. McLean, Marte, and Hayes. Ball 1 to Sal Stewart. '91 RBIs, tied for the most in the majors. Outer edge strike. Matthews is the 27th man for the Cardinals today. Now, granted, this is his second outing of his career end of this month. He is the 8th different starter the Cardinals have used. Only the Mariners and the Guardians have used fewer starting pitchers than St. Louis. They've been fairly injury-free. And remember, they dealt Dustin May, who was one of their big adds in their rotation at the deadline. That's part of what opens the door to needing a different starter post-deadline. One, two. Struck him out.
Little four-seam fastball on the outside part of the plate. I thought a changeup earlier in the game. You look to see that ball's off. But Vic Carapazza, I think he called a strike on a changeup. Surprised that there wasn't a challenge from Sal. That's just smart pitching. The umpire's calling it. Keep going out there, and that's what he did for strike 3.
Tyler Stevenson went deep, pinch hit, home run on his birthday yesterday. This is the highest he's hit all year, batting 3rd. He did it once last year, came in early June against the Diamondbacks. Since the All-Star break, hitting .292 with half of his homers since the break. Is there some funk, deception, and pace to Matthews?
I would say so. Kind of a herky-jerky type of motion out there. I don't know if you perceive that down there on the field, but certainly from up here. Looks a little herky-jerky.
Shifts his weight kind of like Nick Martinez used to do.
Oh, yeah. There's a little Nick Martinez right there.
Struck him out. Top 3 Reds, all by way of K.
And
Reds defense from Tri-Health. Michael Tolia was in right field yesterday. He's in left today. First time since early June of 24. Myers, Marte. Hayes already making an impact with his glove. De La Cruz errors have spiked a bit of late. Had 2 yesterday. McLean, Stewart, and Stevenson. Blaze Jordan leads off. First pitch ripped foul down the third base side. For Tolia, his last 3 starts, 3 different spots on the defense.
I think that's a little bit about the athleticism.
Good ride to center. Myers way back, missed the ball, crashes into the wall. Marte trying to help. Jordan steaming to and through second base. Marte throw in, overshot De La Cruz, and a safe slide into third as Blaze Jordan buries a triple.
Well, I thought Dane Myers was going to get there. Looked like he had a pretty good jump on this ball, and the ball was struck well. 103 off the bat, but just couldn't quite get there. And Elvi Marte has come a long way.
That's the rookie's 4th career triple, infield in, strike 1 on Perea. He's had 2 triples this month, also did so at Yankee Stadium a couple of weeks ago. Everson Perea, waiver claim from the White Sox on the 6th of August. Strike 2 for Emmanuel. Perea's been to the bigs with the Yankees, the Rays. So 27 games with this year's White Sox. Almost got him. Today marks his 7th game as a Cardinal. Chop left side, runner freezes. Hayes handles. They keep Jordan at bay, 1 away.
Infield in. That's the wrong guy to hit it to. Ke'Bryan just so adept at making the plays at third base. And I tell you, there's something to be said about when you watch a guy and you see how he's so calm all the time. You pick up on that. It just exudes confidence.
Infield remains shallow for Pedro Pages. He's having a down year offensively, but has killed the Reds. Inner edge strike. Lifetime .298 against the Reds. 3 home runs. All have come here at Great American Ballpark. Out in front of the change. That's been a nice pitch for Emmanuel.
Well, you think about it. He's throwing the fastball in. So the hitters have to respect the fact that he is throwing the he's pitching in with the fastball. He's not just throwing it in there to make a point. He's throwing it in there. He's pitching. I'm using 2 words, throwing and pitching. He's pitching with it on the inside part of the plate. And then you think about it, you start thinking about it, and that backdoor breaking ball just freezes you. Outstanding.
Our Jake Sweeney Kia pitch tracks.
You know, so many pitches on the inside part of the plate. We've seen it earlier in the game when the strikeout with Mason Wynn. That backdoor breaking ball is wide open if you got these hitters thinking about that heater on the inner part. That's his game plan. I mean, he is not going away from it.
Joshua Baez hit by pitch to begin the game. Baez made major noise when he went deep in his first 3 ABs as a big leaguer on Saturday. But on an emotional level, his multi-home run game in the minors might have even more meaning. He went deep 4 times at AAA on June 16th. That's smack to center. Myers has it on a line to end the inning. It came on the anniversary of the passing of his father, who gave him his inspiration to play baseball.
Find yours.
Cardinals defense. Sinclair College. Mason Wynn has a great arm. Pedro Pages, 16 men caught stealing, 3rd most in the majors. Strike 1 on Eugenio Suarez, who's gone deep 4 times in his last 9 games. Went yard in St. Louis. That was game 1 of that series, Friday night, July 24th. 2-run shot in the 7th that proved to be the game winner. Hit a nice round number Friday against Miami. His 1500th hit drove in the game's only run. Bounces on Pages. He's 2 RBI shy of 1,000 on his major league career. Struck him out. Lark, that changeup is about 11 miles an hour slower than his fastball, and it could be a deceptive pitch.
Well, we talked about his, you can see the release of that changeup. It's a really nice pitch. What we talked about is what it looks like up here, the herky-jerky motion. If you're looking at that arm speed says fastball. But that grip just takes all the steam off the ball. It's a good one. I think that's exactly what pitchers are trying to do. Can't really determine from what he's doing on the mound what pitch is coming. That combination, that fastball changeup combination, is a good, effective combination.
Dane Myers, big rip at a change. Myers has been down of late. His last 10 games, $125, 4 for his last 32. Does have 4 walks, but 10 strikeouts in that time.
And that changeup at 82 miles an hour. That heater was 93.5. So just like you said, 11, 12 miles an hour difference is significant.
And he's got that lower 3/4 slot. And while the fastball is 93, 94, it has some ride. It has some carry. He had some mechanical issues last year. Dusty Blake, the Cardinal pitching coach, said his shoulder tilt was off and the alignment of his shoulders and hips. They fixed that. He got right back on track. And alignment is a term we've heard used with a few Reds this year. It's something Chris Welsh has talked about with Nick Lodolo, seeing him far better aligned and directional to the plate. Payoff. Now remember, while he was a strikeout wizard in the minors, he also has walked a lot of dudes. Teams that laid off walked at a very high rate, and he does allow some homers as well. That's cracked to right and down for a hit.
A good bit of hitting right there by Dane Myers. Fastball up and away. It's exactly what you're supposed to do with it.
Michael Toglia, switch hitter, 2 for 12 so far as a Red. Let's see how Matthews handles having a man on base. Now, Pages caught stealing rate 30%, very good. Only 2 men in the majors have caught more total runners than Pedro Pages. 2-0. Broke his bat. Hard liner foul. In the minors this year, almost all the numbers for Matthews were good, but the opposing offenses did far better on a relative level when there were men on base. Bases empty. The International League hit 157 against him. OPS was in the 580s. The league did nothing bases empty against him. But when men got on, a lot of those came with walks. That's where the production jumped up a decent amount. Myers flinches. Tolia takes a borderline miss away, similar to the changeup you spoke of in the first inning against Sal Stewart.
Yes. That one called a ball. Very close.
And Tolia walks. So consecutive Reds reach with 1 out.
I like the patience.
So now 2 on for Matt McLean. Pages out to hand signal. The infield converging here. One of McLean's better series on the season came against St. Louis. That was back in June. He was 3 for 7, all homers in that set. Games he played June 6th and 7th. He has more doubles, more homers, more ribbies against the Cardinals than any other team.
There are just certain teams during your career, when you see them coming to town, you say, all right. That seems to be the Cardinals for Matt McLean.
Jordan, edge of the grass at third. Ball 1. Tying runs on. Two and 0. And after Matthews largely peppered strikes in a perfect first, now with a couple of men on, command visibly more erratic. There's a pretty good changeup.
Yep.
That's gutsy. Second career big league outing, 2-0 change.
Exactly, and I'm sure that's what Matt was thinking too. Okay, 2-0, you just walked the guy. Let me sit on this heater.
In the dirt, Pages blocks it. Runners hold. Three-one. Hard foul. That gets through. 5-hole on Pages. It was ball 4. Bases loaded. So a huge chance for the Reds and Noel V. Marte as Matthews gets a visit. Dusty Blake serves as the Cardinal pitching coach. And for both these clubs, some more unknown commodities for their respective big league teams in game 1 of a doubleheader. This is just the start of a 5-game, 4-day series. There's a lot of innings, a lot of pitches that have to come. Both teams are leaning on these respective starters to give them as much length as possible.
And I think that's the thing, John, is the length. You want to have quality, obviously, but you got to have someone to go out there and get the outs and give your team a chance. A lot of times you see guys taking it on the chin just because these managers, their hands are forced. They have to leave you out there because they can't burn up everyone else. They're 5-game series or 5-game set here, and then game after game after game.
Noel V. Marte, strike 1. He has struggled against southpaws, $163 this year. That said, half his homers have come against lefties, and a lot of those have been pulled to left. Matthews, by the way, no stranger to throwing a lot. When he was at Stanford in a super regional must-win against Texas, 156 pitches with 16 strikeouts. It came weeks after he wrote a 30-page paper on elbow fatigue and Tommy John alternatives. He played catch the next day.
How many pitches?
156.
Gracious.
And he got better as the game went on. He struck out 8 of the last 15, almost all of them swinging. Fought foul by Marte. Has one granny lifetime. Time for Marte. Popped up, right side. Burleson. So now it's up to Ke'Bryan Hayes. When the Reds last saw St. Louis, Hayes went deep in that final game. A shot to left center off Kyle Leahy. Change-up strike. I believe this is going to be the 30th pitch of the inning for Matthews. There you go. That changeup can play. It's baffled many Reds this first time through.
Well, it's a good pitch. The arm action, the depth on the pitch, this actual velocity, difference between his fastball and his changeup. Let's throw him another changeup right here to that high fastball.
If it gets in the dirt, Dane Myers, pretty good speed, lead man off third. Chop to third. Throw to first. Reds leave him loaded.
Join the Reds tomorrow night for Budweiser 3-2-1 Tuesdays. At every Tuesday home game, fans can enjoy select $3 beers, $2 Bar S hot dogs, and $1 ice cream cups. Get tickets now at Reds.com/Tuesday. Guys.
Oh, thank you, Jim. He is one of the good ones.
Yes, he is.
Ball one to Ivan Herrera, who walked on a payoff and scored his first time. It's early stage, second time through for Ken Emanuel, pitching for the first time as a Red. And you can kind of see and feel the game plan. And it's mostly been working. He accidentally got Baez when he was trying to pitch in the first inning. Walked Herrera on a payoff. He's one of their tougher hitters. And it put him in a bit of a bind where he had to be more strike aggressive against Burleson.
Yeah, the pitch to Burleson was out over the plate. The Blaze Jordan triple was out over the plate. Everything else, though, has either been way in or a nice backdoor breaking ball as a result of pitching in and hitters respecting the fact that you're pitching in, opening up that backdoor breaking ball.
Hader fouled away. Well, does he try to backdoor that breaker here after consecutive fastballs?
I would say not after you've been out there. Now you can go back out there. With the guy that's not a high velocity guy, it's so important. And doubling up in the same location is really a problem.
They tried to, just could not quite get around that one, and that's a leadoff walk. Cardinals have put their leadoff man on in all 3 innings. So Herrera on for Jordan Walker. Manuel got ahead of him 0-2, struck him out on a change away. And he gets ahead on a change away. A souvenir in that front row. Time for Walker. Now the Reds largely held pat at the deadline. They sent Nathaniel Lowe to Cleveland. Caleb Ferguson, who the Reds will almost assuredly see during this series, was sent to the Cardinals for international pool money. The Cardinals basically waved the white flag. This was set to be a rebuilding year. They were seemingly ahead of schedule, better than what most national prognosticators thought. But they went to a season worst, 3 games below 500 on the 1st of this month. They traded Dustin May, their highest paid starter. Jojo Romero, who was perhaps their best reliever. Changeup misses down. He went to the Brewers in the division. Lars Nootbaar, who had missed the first few months coming off double Achilles surgery, went to the Diamondbacks, a high on base man. And then they've won 4 straight series, 3 against legitimate major contenders. Lifted right field, Noel V. Marte. There's a lot of time between now and the end of the year, but man, this sport can be funny sometimes.
Yes, it can.
Brings up Burleson, who has doubled home the game's 2 runs. Run scoring was a big part of the Cardinals taking sets from both the Phillies and the Cubs. They scored 5.5 runs per game in winning those series. Now Burleson, with his 2 knocked in today, has taken the slingshot beyond both Stewart and Abrams, now number 1 in RBIs.
You want to know why the Cardinals have been winning baseball games. You see who else is on that list. It's Jordan Walker. So when you got 2 guys that have driven in close to 90 runs, I think that's saying a little something about your ability to score runs and win ball games.
I totally agree. I mean, it surprised me early in the year to see how well St. Louis played at the start, but it arguably surprised me more to see that kind of dominant consistency from Walker, who's always been a toolsy player but never could quite get it to click. I think you're spot on. It's not a coincidence. Everything, it seems, has dominoed from Walker, their literally biggest man, from finding his best baseball to the team playing better. That's a problem for the Reds. Swing and a miss. The division's deep enough as it is. Brewer ball club that Just had its way with the Dodgers, is having another fantastic year. Payoff. Center field. Myers has to play it on a bounce. It's another left-on-left hit for Alec Burleson, 2-on.
I tell you, Burleson, it reminds me of some of Sal. Just seeing how he just stays right there. You saw the swing he took earlier. Big swing with his driver. Then with 2 strikes, he decided, oh, let me get the different club here. Just chip the ball to center field. That's just good hitting.
Jose Fermin scalded a ground ball to third, handled well by Hayes first time. He hits lefties much better than righties on the year. Two and 0. So it's the 3rd inning. There's 1 out. This will be the 65th pitch for Kent Emanuel. Grounded. McLean hits the bag. Throw. Got him. Double play. Our Elk and Elk injury report. Only 2 men on the IL for the Cardinals, fewest in the majors. Only 315 games missed. Second fewest in the majors. And you can argue not all injuries are equal, right? Their star position players overwhelmingly healthy, and their rotation about as healthy as there's been in the bigs.
It makes a difference, no doubt.
On second time through for rookie Quinn Matthews, Ellie De La Cruz struck out swinging his first time. Let's see how the Reds handle a second look at the lefty. Ellie's been down of late, hit .303 in July. He entered today a .137 in August. He is now 2 for his last 31 with 10 strikeouts in that time. And right after the Stevenson home run yesterday, Ellie got a good bit of a pitch into right center that I think the timing was just off. He was very close to drilling a home run himself. Here goes the bat. Down beyond the bike rack and the camera well. De La Cruz strikes out.
Another good changeup. Ellie just a little bit out in front. He's long and so far out there, just can't hold on to that with all the force, that centrifugal force that's created. I think that right there, if I'm Ellie's hitting coach, I'm going, let's look at that at bat right there. That's the whole problem. Got to be a little bit more under control. Let the ball get to you. Readjust your sights.
Stewart to center. That's something that comes for everyone at some point during the year, and generally taller, longer guys need a little more maintenance or a different kind of maintenance.
Yeah, and also when you struggle, you try to go harder. And I think that's what we're seeing a little bit with Ellie. Had a chance to spend a little time with him before the game today. Just, it's just part of learning and being a big leaguer. He's still young. He's still learning. He's still getting there.
Stevenson struck out his first time. Ahead 3-0 here. Matthews already at a major league career high 5 strikeouts. Had as many as 13 in a game of the minors. That was an A-ball a couple of years ago. Stevenson, good take. He draws a 3rd walk for the Reds today against Matthews. It's only a 2-run game. And Matthews can be home run prone. Eugenio Suarez struck out his first time. Yeah, the Reds against some really good pitching for the Marlins over the weekend were tamed to 6 runs. They did work their share of walks. And Matthews walked as many as 6 in a minor league game 5 times, all last year or this. In the dirt, Pages handles. Well, the more they see him, you would imagine the better the chances they can get more men on base. And these Reds, they don't get a lot of total hits, but man, they can hit homers. One of the higher home run totals in the big leagues.
That's why this walk was so important right here. Still keep giving yourself a chance each inning to score.
Top to third, Jordan. Two-out walk for Stevenson. He's stranded. Reds down a couple. It's Reds TV from PNC Bank.
At Auto Owners.
Today's Game 1 storylines from PNC Bank. Double trouble for the Reds and Twin Bills. Going back to the start of the 21 year. Reds have only won twice in 13 Game 1s. They've had 1 sweep win. That was in Anaheim against the Angels in 23. They've been swept 4 times. Last by St. Louis, going 0-2 in Twin Bills against the Cardinals. Mason Wynn first pitch popped up. Matt McClain, Wynn now 0 for his last 17. That'll help things. We were talking some during break, Lark, and you brought up the idea of what pitch counts could be for the 2 starters today.
I would assume these managers are going to lean heavily on these 2 lefties. I'm expecting that they will pitch well into the hundreds of pitches thrown on both sides. Don't see that.
Blaze Jordan has tripled so far today. That's just part of the brutal reality. It's dog days. It's August. There's still a lot of baseball to go. And there are 2 games today. Fisted foul.
See a really concerted effort this time from Kent Emanuel. Make sure you stay inside that power. Blaze Jordan got him a ball out over the plate. That's the triple he hit to right center field. Every pitch so far this at bat has been in.
Strike 2. Full count. Reds don't have a day off until a week from Thursday. Cardinals have off a week from today. A miss. That's the third walk drawn by the Cardinals against Emmanuel. He has battled base runners in every inning. So Perea stands in. He worked a full count first time, grounded out to third base. One and one. Emmanuel aided by a double play. Matt McLean got the stomp at second and the throw to first. Ended last inning. Grounded McLean to his left, can't get there. Trickles into right. Jordan up to second. A well-placed base hit.
Now the pitch inside. This time Perea just taking it the other way. A lot of times the easiest ball to hit the other way is a pitch closer to you. You just kind of block it.
So now Pedro Pages, who struck out looking his first time. First pitch popped up. Stewart in foul ground. Oh, two down and now two times through for Kent Emanuel. We'll get a third battle with Joshua Baez. Baez has been hit by pitch, scored. He's also lined to center field. Baez credits his dad for his natural strength. His father, the late Jose Baez, nicknamed El Bronco. Top to short, backhanded De La Cruz, short way to second. The Toyota Tundra Home Run Challenge. Kurt Borman from Milford, Ohio wins a brand new built in the USA Tundra if a Red hits the Toyota Hit and Win sign. Register for your chance at any Cincinnati, Northern Kentucky Toyota dealer. A humid and cloudy Monday afternoon. Reds down 2, bottom 4. First pitch missed to Dane Myers, who worked a full count his first time and lined a single to right field. Quinn Matthews connects on a fastball strike. Matthews in the AAA International League led the circuit in strikeouts and batting average against this year. AAA men hit just 170 against him, and I think you have to consider how many of the bigger names in the minors, Reds or otherwise, have we seen put together gargantuan offensive numbers this year. The league hit 170 off this dude. He's held the Reds to the one hit by Dane Myers so far. One, two. Matthews' 70th pitch. .32 in the second when the Reds left him loaded. Five straight fouls by Myers. Make it 6. Now ready for the 9th pitch of this plate appearance. Saw 7 pitches his first time. So with this next offering, a quarter of Matthews' pitches today have gone only to Dane Myers. In the air, left field. High fly, goodbye. Deep in the lower bowl, number 4 for Dane Myers. He has the Reds 2 hits. He's knocked in their first run. It's 2-1.
Well, there's something to be said about earning the next pitch and earning a home run. That display right there by Dane Myers. Outstanding at bat. Great balance. And I appreciate you did your job right there. That would be the conversation he has with the bat, of course.
Subtitles provided by Hall of Famer Barry Larkin. Curveball down to Michael Toglia, who has walked.
What an at bat right there by Dane Myers. Wow.
And remember, he had been slumping a bit his last 10 coming in. But 2 grinding plate appearances. He has seemingly seen Matthews the best. The only one with hits against him so far. Down and in on Toglia. Three straight heaters. Early, the changeup was Matthews' best pitch. Good take on a change low. Toglia seemed to see that pitch okay when he walked his first time. Got a middle fastball. Here's another longer AB. These 2 at bats might only net 1 run, but they could change the game if they get to a more prone Cardinal bullpen an inning earlier. Looking. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Call of strike.
Toglia tosses the bat. Dugout or first base? Dugout.
Call is confirmed. Cincinnati has 1 challenge remaining.
Dane Myers had an outstanding at bat, fouling off multiple pitches, gets him one that he can handle. I think it was a firm talking to. I think it might have been a little kiss, but it was more like a "I told you, that's what you're supposed to do" kind of deal.
Very personal relationship with the lumber there. Matt McLain has walked so far today. I love your turn of phrase every time a bat breaks on a base hit.
Guy's a hero. That's right. He was just a hero that time.
That bat lives on. We'll see what more might be in store for Myers today. Called strike. Reds just lost a challenge. That looked tight on McLain. To short, win. The look from way out in center. You see one of the other cameras there. Part of the view that you get. There are many lenses that live out there in center field, but that traditional game shot, the center field camera, right there. Strike one on Marte, who was foul popped to first. So here it is, fourth inning, and Matthews quickly closing in on 90 pitches. I told you about some of the strengths of the Reds competition in the Cardinals. What Walker and Burleson have done, how stable the rotation has been. The underbelly, the biggest weakness has been their bullpen. And they traded JoJo Romero, who was arguably their most consistent reliever. Two and two. And what do you know? Action in the bullpen. Luis Gastelum is up. Bounces home. Now some of that feel seems off for Matthews. Payoff pitch, fouled back by Marte. The first two batters of the inning coaxed 19 pitches out of Matthews, who's ready for his second inning of 30 pitches. Foul down the right field side. Oh, nice grab. Payoff again. Struck him out.
Well, Dane Myers gets us on the board. After fouling off quite a few pitches, he gets one he could handle. Puts one on the board.
After another labor-intensive inning, the PitchCom device handed away. Quinn Matthews, words with Ollie Marmol, his manager. It would appear that he is done after 4, while Kent Emanuel is out there to begin the 5th for the Reds. Ivan Herrera has walked a couple of times, scored a run. Sun breaks through the clouds. Brightest it's been all day. Sailed foul by Herrera. 0-2. If the Reds find a way to rally and win this game, I think the impact of that fourth inning was enormous. 3 different plate appearances, seeing 8 pitches. The biggest of which, without a doubt, Dane Myers, 11 pitches capped off by a homer. That home run, Myers the first Red to go deep that late in an AB since T.J. Friedel against the Cardinals right around this time 4 years ago. Oh, 2 to 3-2 on Herrera, who asked for time. Warning about eye contact there between pitcher and hitter. In the air left field. Tolia. Brief word now from Big Sandy Superstore.
This summer, sleep cooler for less at Big Sandy Superstore. Your headquarters for luxury mattresses. Big Sandy Superstore.
Kent Emanuel's had a good game plan all day. He's probably executed the best against Jordan Walker. Strikeout, fly out. He's been able to connect, Lark, particularly with his changeup, with some of the most pristine location against one of the most powerful Cardinals.
Well, just as you were saying that, he left a sweeper over the middle of the plate. And thank goodness Jordan Walker missed it. But I would agree with you. He's done a really nice job of pitching on both sides of the plate. You know, you dial it up when you see a superstar.
Tight target. That's line to left. Tolia breaking after it. Falls in left field. Walker into second. A standing double. And that's part of the issue. You make one mistake, you miss in one spot. Guys like Walker can take plumb advantage.
Kind of cut across this ball. And I think that is because of the in-out nature of the way that Emmanuel has been pitching. He didn't really drive that ball. He just kind of cut across it. Just placed it out there.
27th double of the year for Walker. Now Burleson, who has a 2-run double and a single. He leads the majors with 32 doubles on the year. Fouled away to the seats. Luis May is up in the Reds pen. Struck him out. Nice
Nice change up, down and away. tell you, Ken Emanuel has a game plan, and he's sticking to it.
Jose Fermin 0 for 2. Both times put it on the ground. Once a double play. Foul to the seats. Broke his bat. Shallow right. Marte glides in. Courage to make use of his own game plan. Kent Emanuel works around the double. He has given the Reds a solid 5 innings.
I thought Ken Emanuel was really good today. He had an obvious game plan on pitching on both sides of the plate. And he did his job today. Just giving up those 2 runs early in the ball game, but he settled in and he gave this team exactly what they needed.
They're right in the thick of this game. They're into the Cardinal bullpen. Skyline Chili called to the bullpen. He appeared yesterday and threw almost 30 pitches. It's Luis Gastelum.
And what you're going to see from Gastelum is a very short arm. It's almost like he throws darts out there. His changeup is his pitch. He's got a 4-seam fastball that sits about 94 miles an hour. But it is, and there's the fastball, it is that changeup from that arm slot. The ball's coming from right behind his ear. Got a little flow going on back there, too.
I respect that. And right out the gate, you saw first pitch swing from Ke'Bryan Hayes. And Quinn Matthews, 4 innings of 1-run ball. Only twice did Reds swing at the first pitch. That seemed to be a game plan today. Swing and a miss. They generally swing at about 1 in 3, right around a little below big league average. But that was a conscious effort to take, it seemed, early against Matthews today.
You think about it, you know that these pitchers are going to be out there for an extended period of time. You know, you're going to have time to see some pitches here and there. Be patient and make them throw some pitches.
First time today, De La Cruz bats left-handed. He has struck out twice. Big cut on a changeup. Reds have not seen Gastelum much. Only 1 Red lifetime has a hit off him. It's the man on deck, Sal Stewart. Good looking.
Looking for that changeup, that backdoor breaking ball. It's tough when you get caught in between. I think that's where Ellie is right now.
Sal Stewart has struck out swinging. He is lined to center. Big rip, first pitch breaker. Oh, 2. Line to second and handled by Fermin. Cincinnati Reds baseball is presented by Jake Sweeney Kia. Drive smart, spend less. By Gilkey Windows. Elevate your home with the elegance and durability of Gilkey Windows. Explore more at Gilkey.com. And by Bet365, where winning is everything. Mr. Redlegs feeling it. 2-1 Reds trail. They're into their pen. Game 1 of a twin bill. Following Kent Emanuel, who gave the Reds 5 strong, only a couple of runs, it is Luis May.
And Luis May has been really good in his first 4 games back. See his numbers since coming back from AAA. He worked on shortening up his stride, staying aligned. He's been really good.
It worked around a couple of hits, scoreless inning. That was against top of the order for the Marlins a couple of days ago. That was probably his hardest test so far. Mason Wind has struck out, popped down. Now he and Julian Garcia were the 2 stars in the pen that has struggled the last couple of days. 12 runs in the last 7 innings for the bullpen over those 2 games. Down and away to win. And part of the reality today for the Reds to have a chance to win a game, let alone try to sweep the doubleheader, which is hard to do, bullpen's probably going to have to be a big part of it. Three and 1 on Wynn, who is 0 for his last 17. Payoff. Struck him out.
Well, Luis May, it's all about throwing strikes, and got so much natural movement on that ball. You see that 2-seamer and that run, 97 to 100 miles an hour. Throwing strikes is a beautiful thing.
Blaze Jordan has tripled and walked. One. Had some bite to it. On the whole, we've seen May command better breaking ball, stay cleaner, more efficient version of himself. Swing and miss. 99 with some movement.
You saw that 99 out of his hand, but I believe it's a mechanical difference that Luis has made. And Luis May was a long strider. His ball somewhat got flat. Now he's gotten to more of a slide step, much shorter stride to the dish, and the results are different. You asked me earlier about Jordan Walker. What was the difference? And I said one word: confidence. Obviously, he made some changes, but it's still the same guy out there. He's confident in what he's doing now.
Perea single his last time. He's also grounded out. And you can see and feel the snowball effect of that. Strike two.
St. Louis batters challenge the call of strike.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. That looked pretty good.
Call is confirmed. St. Louis has one challenge remaining.
In a way, that last challenge tells you a lot, right? When the entire ball is in the zone, they're not seeing it very well.
Yeah, he's saying there's no way that's a strike because I can't hit it. That's what he's saying.
Look at.
Yeah. There's another one that couldn't hit either. Luis May coming in throwing gas, and more importantly, throwing strikes.
Get your furry friends ready tomorrow night. Bark in the Park here at GABP, presented by Good and Fun and Dreambone. Special pregame activities before Reds Cardinals. Fetch tickets now. Reds.com/bark. A sunny day here in Cincinnati. And something going on right before the start of the inning. Oli Marmol is out there speaking with home plate umpire Vic Carapazza, who's also our crew chief. And they're going to conference. This is just before the inning was about to get underway. What would this be about? Is this about? Can't be about number of challenges, right? There have only been.
I see one of the umpires pulling out the lineup card.
Well, Tyler Stevenson is the man due up. Luis May definitely would have been on the card. So now Carapazza going over to chat with Marmol. Jim, any idea?
I see Hunter Wendelstedt down there speaking with Willie Harris.
They're just as baffled in the Reds dugout right now.
Maybe Willie Harris can give you a little bit of something. What's happening?
Well, the home plate umpire does have a mic.
So, yeah. Strike one on Tyler Stevenson, who was struck out and walked. It's a pitching change for the Cardinals, by the way. Gordon Graceffo is in. He throws a lot of innings out of their bullpen.
He's got 5 pitches out of that bullpen. Fastball, slider, he'll throw a changeup, curveball, and a sinker.
He's tied for the most innings of any Cardinal reliever. He's also gone multiple innings 10 times this year. But just like Luis Gastelum, he threw yesterday, threw 19 pitches. So it's already a compounding workload for some of these Cardinals. Check swing, appeal, says he went. Stevenson now takes off. Pages lobs it down, put out complete. Graceffo has some history against the Reds in doubleheaders. Eugenio Suarez has struck out, grounded out today. First pitch launched right side. Walker way over. That's in the foul seat. Skips back down to the dirt. Doubleheader in late April last year here at Great American Ballpark. Set a career high with 5 strikeouts. He went a career high 5 innings in relief. They covered game 2 of a twin bill with 2 men. Swung through, 0-2. To third, good backhand by Blaze Jordan.
Well, the one run we were able to score so far today has been Dane Myers. 2 hits on the board, and he owns them both, and he earned this at bat and every pitch afterwards until he can get one he could handle. And when he did, this is what happened to it. Bye-bye baseball.
Our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. First pitch bounced to short. Stabbed by Wynn. Has that big arm. Reds go in order. Ludacris comes to GABP Friday, September 4th, part of the Ohio Lottery postgame concert series. Stick around after Reds Brewers live set from Ludacris. Get tickets now, reds.com/concerts. Luis May still out there. Cardinals go to their bench. J.J. Weatherholt stands in to pinch hit for Pedro Pajes. Weatherholt having a fine rookie year. Got his first day off in 15 days, but turns out only from starting. This one sent to center. Dane Myers. So Luis May is pitching for the 4th time in 7 days, and he's closing in on 80 pitches over that time. Could he, with this inning, complete a 3rd outing of multiple innings? It's a lot of work in a compressed span. Top of the order, Baez, who's been hit by pitch, scored a run. He's 0 for 2. Up and in.
Your previous delay was replay was down. It's your exciting update.
Foul back, look out. Just above the Cardinal booth to our right. So was it back up by the time the inning started?
Well, if you notice the umpires, they did put their earpiece into New York. So, yeah, I guess they got it sorted out while they were meeting.
Because that makes me wonder, and this is a nuance of the rules that I honestly don't know. If replay is down during one half inning while one team's hitting versus pitching, does it have to be down for the next one, or it just kind of is what it is? Grounded sharply. What a backhand! Key Brian Hayes takes it away. Electric defense at the hot corner.
Well, this is just exceptional. This is a double all day long, but not with Key Brian Hayes down that third base line. He catches that ball behind him. As I talked about, slow heartbeat, no panic, plenty of time.
Not close. Hardest hit ball of the game. Almost 112 from the bashing Baez. Now strike one on Herrera, who's walked twice, scored once. He's 0 for 1. Because I'm sure it has happened while we've been calling a Reds game, but I can't readily recall when we've at least known that replay's been down before. No technology is infallible. Certainly no human being. Shots fired at the genius, who looks emotionally hurt. That's elevated.
Starting to see Luis May get a little spinny on the mound. See him kind of drop that rosin bag in disgust. A few misses to the glove side.
Went from 0-2 to a walk. Now Jordan Walker, who doubled his last time, he's 1 for 3. Herrera fakes. Walker fouls it away. Well, there is no one warming in the Reds pen. Reds want May to get the last out of this 7th. George Soriano is up in the Cardinal pen. Grounded right side. That gets through. Herrera up to second, consecutive 2-out runners.
Nice slider. Jordan Walker, big man with big time power, but hit ability. Look how he goes down and gets that ball, staying down and through it, just driving it through the hole.
Huge spot. The Cardinals' best with men in scoring position, Alec Burleson. You know, Jordan Walker has had a breakout huge year. But I would imagine if you polled Cardinal fans and asked them, those that watch every day, who would you want up? I bet they'd say this guy. Double and a single, 2 ribbies today. 1-1. And Pierce Johnson is now up in the Reds bullpen. Strike 2. Cardinals today 1 for 12 with men in scoring position. They only hit the double by Burleson first inning to drive in their 2 runs. Luis May took a big step in his personal professional growth. Top of the order against the Marlins a couple of days ago. Similar spot here, 1-run game against the Cardinals. He's pitched a lot over the last 7 days. Trying to cap a 2nd inning on this warm Monday afternoon. Burleson fights it foul. Already 4 fouls. Here's the 8th pitch of the AB. Uppercutted right side. McLean. May gets the Cards' best, and he strands 2. Reds fans, vote for GABP's own double play donut parfait in the Ballpark Bites bracket. Make your selections. Chance to win tickets to try these bites in stadium. Vote at MLB.com/racket. Doesn't that look delicious? Two-1 Reds trail. They go deeper into the Cardinal bullpen. The third man out of that door is George Soriano.
Another changeup, four-seam fastball combination guy. Fastball is about 97 miles an hour. Changeup, he throws 30% of his pitches. A changeup, it sits at 90.
J.J. Weatherholden pinch hit. He stays in the game at second. Jimmy Crooks is into the game to catch. He'll bat fifth in the order. He'll lead off next half inning. Michael Tolia leads it off. First pitch, right field. Walker. 10 Reds in a row retired by Cardinal pitching. Reds have been tamed to 2 hits, both by Dane Myers. No Red has reached since Myers homered to begin the 4th inning. Matt McLain has walked and grounded to short. Oh, and 1. At the knees. Ripped down the third base line. Foul, the call. Man, that looked really close to the chalk.
Hunter Windelstead is right there on the line. From up here, we couldn't really tell. It was a better look at it. Yep.
That close. Soriano incredibly closed. Yanks that one away. To short, Wynn stays with it. And he's got an arm.
Got a cannon.
Wow.
There's certain times when you know as a shortstop you got to put a little more on it. Mason Wynn. Good gracious.
That throw was 97 miles an hour.
Wow.
McLain was 4-1-7 to first base. Strike one to Noel V. Marte, who was foul popped to first and struck out. Pierce Johnson still up in the Reds pen. Looks like he'll be on. Jordan no doubles at third. Up and away. And Weatherholt, a highly rated defender. For most of the year, he and Sal Stewart have been the top 2 favorites for Rookie of the Year in the National League. Stewart has the gross advantage in homers and RBIs. Weatherholt has WAR for what that's worth. WAR can have some merit and impact, but someone who, with admitted bias, watches Sal every day, I would take Sal.
Yes, I would.
It is the defense and base running that helped to buoy the WAR number for Weatherholt.
Well, the base running and the defense has been pretty good over here as well.
And Sal with double-digit steals for the Reds. He's played both first and third. I think he's handled himself overall pretty well.
Yeah.
And he's one of the elite run producers in the league, not just rookies. Foul tip, lost by Jimmy Crooks. I saw a nugget the other day, and I'm struggling to remember the specifics of it. I think it's the last 7 men that had 25, 85 homers and ribbies. Won Rookie of the Year, the year they did so. Swing and a miss, and there's time to go. Barring injury, that dude's going to have 30 and 120. The Reds and Avocados from Peru have teamed up for a chance to win a new 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR or Reds VIP experience. To enter, scan the QR code on your screen, register at reds.com/AvoReds. Be sure to follow @Avos from Peru on Instagram. 1-run game on a hot day. Pierce Johnson in from the Reds bullpen.
And a really nice job so far by the pitching staff. Kent Emanuel did a really nice job with his 5, and Luis May, wow, continues to be effective and efficient. Keep the line moving.
Yeah, I think with May, it's one of the more extreme, successful in-season turnarounds that I can remember. Jimmy Crooks getting his first plate appearance. He came on defensively last half inning. Was in the 160s before the break. He's just over 200 since the break. Johnson, the second Reds reliever used. Ken Emanuel gave the Reds a strong start. 2 runs, 5 innings. Both runs crossed in the first. Swing and a miss. Johnson strikes him out.
It's a heater, top of the zone.
Mason Wynn 0 for 3, couple of Ks. One and one. Johnson home. Borderline miss. Blaze Jordan on deck. Ryan Stanek warms in the Cardinal pen. Full count. Jordan's been aboard twice, including a triple. Time called by Wynn. There's been a wide difference in opportunity on the game. Reds have recorded 2 hits. They've worked 3 walks offensively. Cardinals have 6 hits. They've walked 4 times. A lot more traffic for St. Louis. Payoff again. Lifted right field. Long run, Marte and McLean. Stewart there. McLean missed the ball. Gathered on a hop by Marte. That falls for a hit right in the thick of that triangle.
Well, that ball unfortunately was perfectly placed. Matty having to go a long way.
So win aboard. Jordan has tripled, walked, and struck out. First pitch, right field. Marte has it on the fly. Brief word now from Miami Valley Gaming.
Get ready to get lucky at MVG. With over 2,200 of the best gaming machines, we got you covered.
Everson Perea, a single on a 1-for-3 day. Chop to short. De La Cruz backhand, longer throw. Stewart, nice pick.
And a blue moon.
Our Toyota game summary. Alec Burleson's 2-run hit in the first. The difference right now, Kent Emanuel was really good. A couple of runs in 5 innings. Gave his team a great shot in his Reds debut. Dane Myers has the Reds 2 hits. He's knocked in the only run. Pitching change. Ryan Stanek is in. J.J. Bleday pinch hits for Ke'Bryan Hayes.
It's been basically a bullpen game for these Cardinals. Each guy coming out and throwing 1 inning.
Bleday, right field. Walker. One away. On top of the order, Ellie De La Cruz, who's 0 for 3, 3 Ks. Split, strike 1. Strike 2. Two balls and 2 strikes. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
Cincinnati batters challenging the call of strike.
Reds only have 1 to lose. 1-run game in the 8th. Ellie ties the season.
Cincinnati's out of challenges.
Ellie ties the season and career high with 4 strikeouts. Sal Stewart is 0 for 3, 1 strikeout. He's also lined out twice to center and to second. No doubles at third from Jordan. Strike one. Ahead 2-1. Over third, fair ball. Baez sprints after it in the corner. Stewart steaming up to second base. A down the line stand-up double. Tying run is in scoring position.
Really nice job by Sal Stewart. Getting late in the ball game. You need a guy in scoring position. Well, he is that guy.
There's been a stark contrast in opportunity. The Reds to this point are 0 for 2 with men in prime real estate. The Cardinals are 1 for 13. Tyler Stevenson is 0 for 2, a walk. And he takes a split for strike one. In the dirt, smothered by Crooks.
Well, Tyler Stevenson's been swinging the bat well. He was sitting for most of the day, and the birthday boy gets a chance to pitch hit in the 8th inning. And the first pitch that he sees, stretch it.
Strike two. Full count. Suarez on deck. First base open. The equalizer, Sal Stewart at second base. Stanek has been 50-50 strike to ball so far this outing. Softly sent right side. Stanek scoop, takes it himself.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cincinnati Reds.
Let's take a look at the AutoZone road ahead for the Reds. They host St. Louis through Thursday. 3-city road trip goes to Arizona, San Francisco, Chicago. Keep in mind, the Cubs are in the catbird seat, the #1 wild card spot. The Diamondbacks are the first team out, a game out. Reds have not historically played great in San Francisco, but having a very down year are the Giants. J.J. Bleday stays in the game in left. They have bumped Michael Toglia over to first. Sal Stewart plays on the grass at third. New pitcher is Sam Mull.
Bullpen has done a really nice job. Just keep passing the baton and keep us right here. Hopefully in the bottom of this inning we'll be able to figure something out offensively.
Top softly to first. Tolio. J.J. Weatherholt is now 0 for 2. The Cardinal closer, former Red Riley O'Brien, is up in their bullpen. Joshua Baez hit by pitch his first time, later scored. He has since lined out, bounced into a forced fielder's choice, and been robbed by Ke'Bryan Hayes. Best defensive play of the game when Hayes handled 112 off the bat of Baez to his backhand in the 7th. That was a surefire double. Down. Looking.
Well, I'll tell you, these lefties have done a really nice job in this game, pitching tight to these right-handed hitters. Sam Maul with the heater right on the inside part of the plate. That's a tone I think that has been set so far in this game and hopefully for the series.
Ivan Herrera, big rip. He has walked 3 times today, scored once. He's 0 for 1. He has a lot of baseball to come today and through Thursday. Called strike. ABS powered by T-Mobile.
St. Louis batter is challenging the called strike.
And it is a ball.
Ball's overturned to a ball.
Two and one. Herrera, who's been hit by pitch more than anyone else in the majors, has tied his season and career high with his 3 walks today. He had never done it before this year. 3rd time this campaign. Sweeper sneaks in for strike 2. Fouled away. Reds DH Eugenio Suarez has his helmet on, gloves on, standing on the steps, watching and waiting. The Cardinal closer Riley O'Brien is ready. Can Maul get the Reds to the home 9th, still in a 1-run game? Herrera never dropped the bat. Herrera stays alive. He's fouled off 3 in a row. Full count. Down the left field side. Bleday. One, two, three for Maul. Dane Myers a couple of knocks today. He's knocked in the Reds' only run. Can he get it done in the home ninth? Don't miss a moment the rest of the season. Reds.TV, presented by PNC. Stream the entire campaign in Reds territory for just $34.99. Watch games at home, on the go. Stay connected. Reds.TV for details. Cardinal closer Riley O'Brien is in. Nathan Church is on defensively in center. Perea is now at left. It looks like Baez is out of the game. Strike one on Eugenio Suarez, who's 0 for 3.
2026 National League All-Star in Riley O'Brien, formerly a Red. And that's what you're going to see. Power stuff, 98-mile-an-hour sinker and a sweeper. Tied in the NL for 30 saves.
Now he's also hit a man with a pitch double-digit times this year. He's also blown 5 saves this year. Swing and miss. Strikes out Suarez on 3. No runs in his last 9. Walks in that time. Dane Myers has singled, homered, and grounded out. Cardinal pitching has set down 16 of 17, tossing a 3-hitter to this point.
Well, Dane Myers has been the offense today. Base hit his first time up, second time up, fouling off multiple pitches, and putting one on the board with this long ball.
2-0 count. Strike one. Reds have no ABS challenges. Myers fights off the sinker to stay alive. O'Brien broke in with the Reds. His only career Reds outing was his debut back in 2021. came late that year in Chicago against the White Sox. Breaking ball fouled off. Myers saw 7 pitches before his base hit in the second. That was the Reds' first hit of the game. He saw 11 pitches before his homer for the Reds' second hit of the game in the fourth. Two. Check swing, appeal. He did not go. Myers himself pointed down. He was so confident. This will be the 8th pitch of the plate appearance. Looking. Tries to tap his head, but Reds have no challenges.
Yeah, this is just a well-located fastball. All kinds of the plate. It's a two-seamer, a sinker down and away, runs back over the outside part of the plate.
Michael Tolley, a first pitch down the left field line. Foul. He has walked, struck out, lined out. Strike 2. No doubles at first from Burleson. Walker plays deep and pull right. Reds down to their last strike. Looking. Reds fall by a run. The former Red bolts it down. Cincinnati strikes out 15 times and loses 2-1.
Riley O'Brien showing not only the velocity but the precision as well. Backdoor breaking ball to close the door. That's nasty. Give credit, all kind of credit, to Kent Emanuel today. I thought he did an exceptional job. Luis May did a nice job, as did Pierce Johnson and Sam Maul. The offense, or the pitching, certainly was not the issue today. Just 2 runs on the board. It was the offense. 3 hits. 1 by Sal Stewart and 2 by Dane Myers. The home run by Dane Myers. Good pitching and no offense. Can't win if you don't score.
The Reds have lost 7 of 10. The Kings of the close call. First time in a while they fall in a 1-run game. Reds postgame still to come. We'll be back with Game 2 at 6:30 from the booth. For now, we'll go to the set after this.
And a blue moon.
Wow, that is a